y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm on a journey to achieve my financial goals and hopefully motivating you to achieve yours as well. So today we're just going to be going over the money move that I made recently. I feel like this is one of the biggest money moves that I've made, and I'm just going to go through with you all my thought process behind it and how I felt like this was a great decision. Pretty much what we did was we did a cashback refinance on our house, which gave us access to the equity with the cashback. So that ended up giving us about $95,000. And so my plans with that is just to invest that money. And so instead of the money just staying there on my house and I'm not able to invest it, I have actually liquidated the equity. And so we're going to invest it and receive a cash flow on it and receive a return on it. So that was the whole reason I decided to do it. But let's go ahead and break down what we did exactly and why I believe this would benefit us a lot more with us doing this. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So I did want to go ahead and do this video just because y'all know I do my monthly net worth updates. If you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description for it. But I knew I would have to explain why why my money changed so much this month. I wanted to go ahead and break it down in detail as far as what we were thinking with this money decision. All right, so let's talk about how we did it. So first off, we did a cashback refinance. So I'm just going to give you an example using simple numbers. All right, let's just say our house is worth $175,000 and we have a mortgage loan on that house of about $100,000. So what that means is that we have about $75,000 worth of equity on our house because of course equity is just the value of your house minus the loan that you have on it. So that would mean in this situation, we will have about $75,000 worth of equity on it. So let's just say we wanted to access $50,000 from the equity on our house. So what that would end up doing is that we would have to refinance our existing mortgage loan for a higher amount. So the new loan amount would be $150,000. So that's just us paying off the $100,000 that we owe on the old loan. So then we would take $50,000 in cash to us. And so that means that you have access to equity in your house without selling it. You just took $50,000 off of it. So pretty much in our situation, just to show you all our real numbers, our house was worth about $277,000. Our loan was about $144,000. And so we had about $132,000 worth of equity on our house. So what we ended up doing was we took out a loan for about $249,000. We paid off our old loan, and then about $95,000 was given to us from refinancing our house. So what I always like to consider when I make a money decision is the cost versus the benefit. For some reason, when I see other people make money decisions, all they're focusing on is the cost. Like, oh, well, if I take out additional debt, this is going to cost me this much in interest. So what I'm going to try to break down to you all is, okay, yes, it may cost you money, but it could benefit you in a way as well. So let's go ahead and list out all of our costs and benefits for this money decision that I've made. First off, interest. So my old interest rate on my mortgage loan was 3.75%. But now since I refinanced it, my interest rate is 3.25%. So of course, paying a lower interest rate would mean that I would pay less for the money that I actually borrowed. And then also this new loan is fixed rate as well as the old one, but this is also fixed rate. So this benefited me in that manner. So let's go ahead and look at interest part 2. So if I would have kept my old loan, then I would have ended up paying about $103,000 worth of interest over the course of the loan. But now since I have a different loan where I financed a little bit more, I'm going to end up paying about $142,000 worth of interest. So that means that I would end up paying about $38,000 over the course of the loan in 30 years. But with investing, which would be the benefit in that, and that is what I intend to do with the money, invest in some manner. So even if I invest in a simple way as far as just investing in the market, and even if the market only returns me about 10% on average per year, and if you want to look at the article where I got this information from, I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. So just to see how much that $95,000 would be after investing it for 30 years, which is the same amount of time throughout the life of the loan. I just use Bankrate's Save a Million calculator, and I'll leave a link down in the description for that as well. But pretty much, as you can see here, I just plugged in a 30-year time span, and I put that we have invested 95,000 with a return of 10%. And even after inflation, that $95,000 after inflation would turn into $682,000, as you can see here. That is going to cost me about $38,000 as far as me paying more interest, but with me making this move to take the equity out and investing it in some manner, then I should be able to turn that $95,000 into $682,000. And so I would come out on top by about $500,000 just by making this money decision. And I actually did a video where I broke down how to use Bankrate's Save a Million calculator, and I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. But yes, that is something that I'm always considering. Yes, it costs, but how can it benefit me? And so in this situation, this benefits me a lot more than it would cost me. So something else to consider is that, yes, we did pay almost $10,000 in closing costs, but after the first year of investing that $95,000, that would return me about $9,500, and then $9,500 the next year, or even more than $9,500 because now I have more invested. And the year after that, I would receive $9,500 plus, and so on. So, yes, this would cost $10,000 right now, but receiving $9,500 plus per year over the next 30 years or so, that actually benefits me a lot more, of course, than this cost for closing, which is $10,000. So the next thing that I was considering was my monthly payment. My monthly payment actually increased by about $426. And of course, that's because I financed more. And then also I had to increase the amount of insurance that I have on my house. So it ended up increasing our monthly payment by about $426. But with investing it would return me about $791 per month. So yes, the cost would be $425, but the benefit would be $791 per month. So I would come out on top about $365 per month in my pocket. Now, also, I did recently do a budget with me video, and I'll leave a link in the description for that as well, where you'll see that I've updated my budget. You'll see how it affects our money. So go check out that if you're interested. But yes, I did feel like this was the best decision for our money. And of course, I just listed out the different ways that it would benefit us a lot more than it would cost us. And also, don't forget to go check out those links that I love, especially like the calculators, the articles, or my other videos. I do leave those links just so you can plan a path to achieving your financial goals as well. So you can kind of think ahead, like, okay, how much money would this be in 10 years if I invested it? And so please check that out. I believe it would be helpful for a lot of people. But that is it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.